Different times when the earth quaked or shook. The Lord spoke to Moses. He said, I am going to come to you in a thick cloud. The people will hear me speaking with you. They will always put their trust in you. Moses went down the mountain to the people. On the morning of the third day, there was thunder and lightning. A thick cloud covered the mountain. A trumpet gave out a very loud blast. Everyone in the camp trembled with fear. Then Moses led the people out of the camp to meet with God. They stood at the foot of the mountain. Smoke covered Mount Sinai because the Lord came down on it in fire. The smoke rose up from it like smoke from a furnace. The whole mountain trembled and shook. The sound of the trumpet got louder and louder. Then Moses spoke, and the voice of God answered him. The wall of the fortified city of Jericho collapsed suddenly after the Israelites marched around the city 7 times. The biblical account does not specifically mention an earthquake, but the earth would have been shaken by the wall's collapse. Archaeological excavations at Jericho confirm that the massive wall made of mud bricks did collapse at the time of the conquest, about 1400 BC. Surprisingly, the Dead Sea Sediment Core has a distinctive mixed sediment layer at a depth of 15.1 feet. That is evidence of a big earthquake at about 1400 BC. At that moment, the temple curtain was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook. The rocks split. Tombs broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs. After Jesus was raised from the dead, they went into the holy city. There they appeared to many people. The Roman commander and those guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that had happened. They were terrified. They exclaimed, "He was surely the Son of God." The Sabbath day was now over. It was dawn on the first day of the week. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb. There was a powerful earthquake. An angel of the Lord came down from heaven. The angel went to the tomb. He rolled back the stone and sat on it. His body shone like lightning. His clothes were as white as snow. The guards were so afraid of him that they shook and became like dead men. The angel said to the women, "Don't be afraid. I know you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here. He has risen, just as he said he would. Come and see the place where he was lying. Go quickly. Tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead." Earthquakes have been used distinctively by God to highlight some of the most important events of the Bible. The 3 main purposes for biblical earthquakes are judgment, deliverance, and communication. The lesson is obvious. God does not do anything really big without emphasizing it with an earthquake. God would have us pause and consider his sovereign nature and the program he has been establishing in the world.